How are you? Happy New Year,
Happy New Year, everybody.
2025. This is our first 2025 video.
Yeah, we
I'm
own
excited, huh?
it. I said, yeah,
I'm
we own it.
the new year. Yeah, we really are. The new year, okay? Hopefully we can get some resolution this year to Jay-Z and Diddy and the whole mess that's been going on since Cat Williams made the announcement of all liars will be exposed. Ain't that what he said?
Yep, in 2024.
Okay, I wanted to say something. I might be ignorant, okay? I am not always right, and sometimes I just am downright ignorant, okay? I admit it. Some of y'all might not admit it. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. But I grew up in a different era, right? And I miss some of the old like mean terms we used to use. Like if I call somebody an artard, right? I called Elon Musk an artard earlier. The R word, okay? I'm not talking about the whole as a whole. I'm talking about Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say it, can I? People are gonna,
No,
I mean, if I say I miss these old words we
right.
used to use, huh?
You can't say. Trust me, you can't say it.
What? Why do people get so offended? If I'm just talking about one person, I'm not talking about everybody that struggles with issues and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I want to be able to tell you how I really feel about Elon Musk. Anyway, look, I apologize for calling him an artard, but I don't like the guy. And sometimes, I just miss an old-fashioned cussing out. Am I ignorant?
I think we probably both are, but we smart enough to know times have changed and we can't
I
say
didn't say it. I didn't say it. I said
Yeah, I
our
know.
word. And then
Yeah.
people still got offended. I don't mean to offend anybody that deals with autism or in the class of, the R word and stuff like that. But I just don't like Elon Musk. But I guess I got to watch it. All right, you guys. Y'all convinced me. I'll watch it.
Just say like just find other things like other words like chasing the small bus or something.
I can't even
What's up,
laugh.
please?
I
Happy
can't
New
laugh.
Year.
If I laugh, that I'm making fun of you guys. Y'all know I love the drag. I love it. I'm gonna try to watch my mouth. But if I should slip up, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about whoever I'm talking about. Okay,
Right.
because I mean, back in the day, you could say it all day long. I mean, I can't even call somebody nappy head. I called somebody nappy head one day, and they read me the riot act. I mean, well, what word can I use when I want to be offensive in drag? What word? I'm gonna have to get a list together and say, can we use this word? Because Elon Musk is a trip, and I'm never gonna like him. All right. We got some good stuff today, y'all. It's really, really hard. Okay, so thank you, Beatrice. Happy New Year's to you too. Oh, it's the new year. I'm hoping everything will be good this year. Last year was hard. Okay, lots going on. Hopefully things will change. I'm talking about all bloggers pay money dropped. Okay, because the ad revenue went down. And so you can still work as much as you used to. You're going to get a smaller check unless you're smart like Tasha K and make money off of YouTube, stuff like that. So it was a difficult year last year. I'm not trying to tell everybody business, but I'm just being transparent. Okay. So today we're going to talk about Diddy's lawyers filing another motion. So I always try to be neutral, even though it's hard to be neutral because I saw the Cassie tape. And I know what kind of person Diddy is, but I could feel that he unalived Kim all day. I could feel like he unalived Tupac and Biggie and all that. But when it comes to court, I'm trying to tell everybody it's different. It's not what you feel, it's what they can prove. And, sometimes your relationship with the judge, let's just be real. Okay. So today we're going to talk about they filed another motion and they're taking a playbook out of Jay-Z's playbook. Now, people are saying behind the scenes, these two are working together. I don't know, don't have any proof of it, but I know that their lawyers all of a sudden start saying same things that Jay-Z's lawyers are saying. So we're going to talk about. Mhm.
I didn't say that.
Oh, about that motion. We're going to talk about these patrol like bodyguards they hired to be at the freak offs. We're going to talk about that. It's really funny because I've been going at Jaguar Wright lately, you guys, because I know she's a liar, and when you listen to her, it confuses things. But she did say that she had her own footage of the freak offs. Jag, see why she's got to shut up. Also, let's start with this Solange and Beyonce and just the family. So I reported to you guys a couple days ago that Beyonce wasn't handling this very good. She was very stressed. She wanted everything to hurry up and wrap up. She thought it wasn't a good look for her man to, they say, ard a 13-year-old. And I get where she's coming from. Like, it's just stressful. It's just stressful. But now today they announced another stress. Child, I feel sorry for Beyonce. Okay, we already know that Solange cannot stand Jay-Z. She whooped his AZZ in the elevator, okay? I loved it, every minute of it, because it meant that for me, I know you're not supposed to be violent, but it's like she was holding her sister down. You're not going to flirt with the side piece in front of my damn sister. Whack, whack, whack. She was like, because that's what I might do for my sister. When you talking about sisters, if you mess over me, you're messing over my sister too, and vice versa. So I always like Solange, and she just lives to the beat of her own drum. A lot of people, if Beyonce was their sister, they would be trying to be the next Beyonce and civil rivalry. None of that stuff's going on. But they're saying that Solange and Ms Tina are telling Beyonce, these allegations have been around for a long time. We're talking about the Kathy White. We're talking about what they're going through now. And they're saying Solange and Ms Tina do not trust Jay-Z. And they warned Beyonce, look, at some point you're going to have to jump ship or he's going to ruin your career. I love Solange for president. Solange for president. We got Miss Tina going around. So do you remember somebody was talking about the allegations against Jay-Z? Let me see if I can find the article. And Miss Tina liked the damn, she liked it. Miss Tina, I love you. I think you're a great mom. I think you're really pretty, but girl, stop lying. You like that post on purpose. Okay. And now all of a sudden she's going around talking about it was an accident. She didn't mean to do it. She's not really good with social media. I just don't believe her. I believe the rumors. I believe her and Solange aren't feeling Jay-Z. I think they think that they're bringing their sister down. I think that Tina really liked that post. She liked it. If you accidentally like a post on IG and the little red button comes up, right? You can unlike it. Right there. Oops, accidentally let me go ahead and unlike. You didn't unlike it, Miss Tina. And now you're on a publicity tour talking about, oh, Jay-Z has to tell me sometimes how to use social media. Miss Tina, come, girl, stop. Miss Tina, stop. You lying. I love you. I think you're great, but you're lying. Jay-Z don't have to tell you how to use social media. Y'all been on, how long has Beyonce been number one? And you just now learning how to use social media, and you don't know when you like a post and when you don't.
It's not her first cell phone.
Like, come on, Miss Tina, stop. You don't like Jay-Z, and you don't like him for good reason. If my husband, if somebody said that, Perry unalived a girl that was gonna come out and that was allegedly pregnant and was gonna come out, and then all of a sudden, I can't remember how old she was, but Kathy White was in her 20s. I am looking at Perry side eyes. I just am. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at him side eye like, well, what happened to her? Well, let's talk about it. Because in the last couple of weeks, if you bring up the name, your channel gets demonetized. Your channel, that video you're doing goes in the yellow and you don't get paid for it. And that's a good way to shut people up. Because remember, I told y'all, Jay-Z is cunning. And he's way different than Diddy. He not going to bring attention to himself. If he wants to, do something to you, it's going to be quiet. It's going to be like, oh, why does these videos keep going down? Why am I not getting paid for these? He would do something like that. Not a lot of people are talking about it. Claudia, who they claim was good friends with her, Claudia has came out and said, no, never happened. Don't know what you're talking about. No. She's scared. And, I do not get along with Claudia Jordan. Let's just call it what it is. But I understand what you're doing, Claudia, because why get in the mess? If Miss White is no longer with us and you know something different, child, I don't want to be the next one. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just not. Something is wrong with LeVar. What is it? Jay-Z ain't never been cute. Child, y'all are just too much. I mean, he's not, but maybe Beyonce sees something in him that we don't see. So she's really stressed. She wants this to hurry up. It's causing family tension. They're trying to hide it from the public. Did they ever come out and give an explanation for why Solange would whip Jay-Z's AZZ in the elevator? I don't think they talked about it.
I don't think so.
It was rumors going around. It was Rachel Roy, but I don't think they confront rumors. And so there's this article is saying that, it's tension in the household because mama ain't believing him and neither Solange. And I agree with Solange. You can't turn a blind eye. You cannot turn a blind eye, Beyonce. We love you and we get that's your baby daddy and all that. But when too many people start saying one thing, we're just saying prepare your heart just in case. And it's time for you to start going on tour by yourself. He's going through a public scandal right now. Pull back. And if you don't pull back, you're going to be associated with Jay-Z. What you think, Perry?
Well, I mean, look, I'm sure she's going through a lot because regardless, like I said, I love you to death. I can believe in you, but I'm going to wonder, damn, Sharrell, why your name keep coming up? Now, I'm saying, over the years, you do wonder. And if they claim that you're going to be some midnight ripper, then, as much as I want to trust you, when the lights go low, I'm going to start to watch every move you make, right? I'm just saying that it do.
How do we know Beyonce hasn't done that?
Well, I mean, starting to be aware or trying to brace herself.
Asked him questions during pillow talk. Asked, how do we know that she didn't confront him?
I don't need to know. I'm just saying that even if she did, either he gave her an answer or he didn't. But it's still going to be part of your mind when it keep coming up over and over and over again, because that shit can really damage a relationship, especially if it's false, because part of shit, we are human. You can start thinking, shit, I can't hear too many times use that Magic City dropping it low. So you're like, well, damn, I didn't see her that night. Shit just happened.
I mean,
I don't know.
Dude was saying like that would be butting in their marriage. That's butting in. Maybe it is. I'm a butter in. I'm going to question my daughter. I'm going to tell her how I feel. And if I feel like Beyonce's numbers start to sink because of Jay-Z, I'm distancing myself. I'm sorry, baby daddy or not.
I've seen some stuff that pretty much saying that she has started distancing herself for the last few months, like not being seen with him really in public. Her Instagram stuff is more with her mom and her sister, so I don't, I don't really follow him like that to know. That's what I've been hearing.
Because he says, we won't see it, but I would love to be a fly. We won't see it. These people know, they keep their mouth shut. They're not like Diddy. They keep their mouth shut. You can't tell that lady to pull back from her husband over some BS that supposedly happened 25 years ago. Then the story has all kinds of holes. It does. But I wouldn't want it to affect my career. I'm sorry, y'all. That's just how I roll. I just wouldn't. Like, if Beyonce got tied in with Jay-Z's mess, you know, he's on in the blogs every damn day, and it started to affect my numbers, I will pull back. That's just how I am. Y'all can stand by y'all man, and you know, maybe I'm foul for doing it. I'm gonna pull back. Isn't Solange's life all screwed up? I don't know much about Solange. Do you, Perry?
Nope.
I'm gonna look into Solange. I don't know. I know that Tina Knowles has been burned before, and because of Matthew, she will never trust a man. Never trust a man. That's what I think about Tina. Was Beyonce's country album as big a success as she wanted it? Well, it was a big success because of her loyal fans for pop music, but you know, behind the scenes, they gave Beyonce hell and disrespected her. They didn't want her. They said she's crossing over into country music. That's our territory, even though Black people created country music first.
Yeah.
They try to act like it's theirs. You know, they're always copying our music. And she just didn't get the respect that she deserved with country music. But the numbers were there. And that's why it was a success. It was a lot.
And I think she's getting a bad rap. Look, this is how I look at it. Because when I post stuff on your social media about Beyonce, I was like, oh, it's a nice performance. Everybody is negative. I can't stand the beat. I'm thinking, whoa, yeah. I thought the song was nice. But I guess they sort of look at her as if you're around Jay-Z or looking at a person because of the company they keep, right? But personally, I don't know nothing that she ever really did wrong. People could say she'll steal your song, your ideas, whatever. But
she sure will.
But I'm just saying, but I don't know, like, if she's married, what have she actually done, you know, to somebody? Because she get a lot of hate on her own.
It's who you associated with. And so that's why I would pull away. And y'all can't call it being disloyal, because I might ride for you behind the scenes, but if it's affecting my numbers and everybody's talking in a negative, and it's really starting to affect Jay-Z, Beyonce, I think Solange has a point. At some point, don't be so public about it. That's what I would do.
What you mean? Don't be so public?
Beyonce needs.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, what do you mean? Don't be so public about it. Like,
I wouldn't go places with Jay-Z publicly. Just pull back. If you got to go do interviews, I would be by myself. Because just look, she went with him. He went with her to the halftime show, and that was a scandal. They kept saying, "Where's Sir? Where's Sir? Something's wrong with Sir. Sir is autistic." Every time you bring your family along, it just doesn't have to be Jay-Z. They're going to find something to pick at. They're going to talk about Sir. They're going to talk about Blue's dress. I mean, that's just how the media is. Right. So I will pull away from her for a minute. Well, no public outings.
It most definitely got them in a bad way, though. Because, like, how are you going to have a family, got kids and stuff like that, and be true to your spouse when you distance yourself? So, I mean, it's a bad situation. Because
publicly, I'm there with you behind the scenes, but publicly, if anything, people tear up anything in the public. I felt so bad for Beyonce when they were talking about Sir. Like, kids are off limits, but people don't live by that rule. They gonna chew up whatever they see. They gonna say, so, you know, I remember people talked about Blue's looks. People are just nasty. And I would stay out of the media until this Jay-Z shit rolled over. That's just how I do it, y'all. Sorry.
It's almost like a two-sided coin, though. Say she did that. When she goes somewhere by herself, that marriage definitely over. She thinks her man's guilty. They on the verge of divorce.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, it's a bad spot to be in. Because at the end of the day, allegations out there, I don't know what's to be true or not. But it has to be a hard spot.
And it's your job not to tell them. If you're a celebrity and you want your business out there, let them talk. But every time you go in the public, they got something to say. They was talking about Blue Ivy's looks. Like, that's hard for me to handle as a mother.
Right,
I just think they need to pull back for a while. I agree with Solange. I agree with Ms. Tina. And I know you love your man, but right now, just pull back from the media and let him do what he's going to do, because it's going to be what it's going to be in the end anyway. Either he's going to be found guilty, with the 13-year-old or not. But I feel bad that she's stressed out about it. And now you have family tensions, because when you fall out with your man, don't tell your mother, don't tell your family, because they don't forget. Nope. Solange forgot about the elevator. So, I would just try to pull back and try to, let both sides do what they're going to do behind the scenes, because you can't tell Solange, just like them for me, or don't talk about them for me, or don't think this way. When family tension is the worst, it's just the worst. I don't even know how I would handle the family tension, but I know that Solange is a good sister. I will want my sister to represent me the way Solange represents for Beyonce.
I wouldn't want to be in that situation. It's hard as hell. That has to be really hard. And people can say, "Oh, well, what's so hard about it? They got millions and billions of dollars." At that point, money don't really mean shit. I mean, it's like and everybody want to just enjoy their life and enjoy their family and stuff like that. But nobody want to, somebody to think their spouse is a pervert, or all these different things. It's crazy, but I don't know. It's weird.
Pippi Longstocking, that's what happens when you sell your soul. Girls, y'all are mean to Beyonce, but she's in the public eye, and that's expecting that's going to happen. Diddy is an American, so I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Thank you for the super chat, Nico. Now let's get to what we came to talk about today. Okay, this Diddy stuff. All of a sudden, P. Diddy's lawyers are making the same exact moves as Jay-Z lawyers. I don't know if they're working together or not. That's the word. I don't know. It's a lot of rumors out there, but I find it a strange coincidence that they're doing the same stuff but they could be seeing in the media what's going on. Anyway, they done filed some new motions, y'all, on Jay-Z. On Diddy, pardon me. Where's the motion? Hold on.
But I do think at a certain time when you got attorneys on both sides and share the same case, because when you add them both together in that case, I'm sure they pass stuff back and forth to each other. The attorneys.
I didn't close the damn motion. Okay, let me tell y'all what's on this motion before while I'm looking for it. What's on this motion is they're basically saying, in so many words, is that the feds are responsible for leaking information to the press. They know that it's them. They're also basically saying that they are a victim of witness tampering, going in his cell, taking things that they shouldn't be taking, looking at his notes, stuff like that. Also, leaking phone calls to the press. And this stuff that they're leaking is benefiting in their favor. Okay, let me find this damn lawsuit. What else are they saying? They're saying that all the stuff that they're complaining about, all the evidence that they're complaining about should be thrown out, because it's compromised. And when you throw that out, you only have the Cassie stuff that is legal and can be proven. All the other stuff can't be proven. Where's the lawsuit? This is what they're complaining about. Now, listen, they're doing their job. You could say, like, the judge went off on them with so many motions and this and that, but that's their job. Diddy's been acting like a diva. What did I do with this damn thing? basically they're saying they have no evidence but the Cassie stuff, which was settled out of court. If Cassie was to act as a person to go on the stand to help another person's case, that's one thing, but they have no evidence.
Well, see,
And
that's the whole thing. I'm going to cut you off.
no,
I
go
mean, but
ahead while I look for this motion.
LeVar just said too, but what about the weapons they found? So, like, I don't really truly know what they got on them. I know it's supposed to be a part of
Nobody
like,
does.
RICO and all that stuff, but we sort of see how that RICO thing went when not done properly in Atlanta. It just
Oh, you
broke
talk
all
about the SLL
right,
SYL
right.
case?
Yeah, so it broke down. I mean, they say those RICO cases is easier to get a whole group of people, but when they go bad, if it's done the right way. So I don't know, like with those weapon charges or whatnot, maybe it'd be time served, whatever. I'm not even sure what the evidence is. That's why I truly can't wait until the trial start.
Okay, so this was the motion that we were going to come talk about. In this motion, they're saying all those things, and this is why they want a hearing on it. They've learned from Jay-Z's attorneys to ask the judge before you start making things official. Okay, got it. So I was going to read that. Here it is. Hold on. But now it looks like some responses have come in. So I'm watching this looking at this for the first time. Okay. Notice of filing of official transcript. Okay, they are following the rules. That's what I'm telling you. I'm really thinking maybe Sean and Jay-Z are working together. If not, the attorneys are watching this Alex Spiro very closely and doing some of the same things. So they just officially ask the transcript may be reviewed at the court public terminal. All right, so let's go over the lawsuit, the motion again. They're asking the judge for an official hearing on these things. It's long too. But anyway, basically that's what they're asking for. I'm sure you guys have read this. How many pages is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, it's long. It's very long. I'm sure there's other channels who do it, but that's basically what is going on. Their argument is the feds are setting me up. Now, I do agree with this. You can't illegally do things illegal, like take his notes, read his notes, and then pass it on to the media. That destroys your defense. You can't do it. Also, too, they're talking about these phone calls that they leaked. He has to be treated like every other prisoner.
Right.
Do I think he should get out of jail? No. Do I think they should dismiss the case? No. But what if they're right? What if all the evidence came from people like Jaguar Wright? This is why I get mad at Jaguar Wright for confusing the public and straight out lying, because it complicates things. And then if he gets, bail, or if he gets a plea deal, the public's going to be like, well, what happened? We had this and this and that. No, that all can't be allowed in the court of law. And I don't even think Jaguar Wright has her own Diddy tapes. That's just a lie to me. Look, it's just a lie.
If she had a Diddy tape, she would have sold it a long time ago.
I know.
Ain't no way in hell you running around corner to corner broke as hell, and you got this tape that can make you a lot of money. That tape would have been out.
That's what I think. Let's read a couple pages so you guys know what direction they're going in, because I summed it up already. Let me read these really quick before I do that. I said that the defense claims the investigators searched Mr. Combs' personal notes without a legitimate reason tied to prison safety. Instead, the investigator acted as an agent of the prosecution, making this an unconstitutional search. I kind of agree with that. They read his personal notes. You're not allowed to do that. But do I think the case should be closed? No. Do I think that evidence should be thrown out because it was illegally obtained? It doesn't matter what I think. It's going to get thrown out because that's just the law. I'm going over my notes. The defense alleges that privileged communications were improperly accessed and potentially used by prosecutors, infringing on Combs' right to an uncompromised defense. Those tapes, somebody leaked the tapes. Maybe it's an R. Kelly thing. Remember, they were saying that Tasha K was getting information from somebody in the prison. They had to get the tapes from somebody in the prison. Who else is going to have access to the tapes? I mean, and they're leaking it to the public. So do I think the tapes should be dismissed? Yeah, I hate to say it because Diddy is guilty and we don't want him getting off on a technicality. But if y'all keep messing up, that's what's going to happen. What else did I say in my notes? The defense is asking the court to hold a hearing. They are formally asking for a hearing. That's what they learned from the Jay-Z case. You don't want the judge on your bad side if you're an attorney. Also in my notes, I said the defense argues that the filter team failed to protect privileged materials, warranting the appointment of a special master. They want somebody else, a neutral party, to search his cell on these surprise cell checks. I think they do everybody, but I think he should have that because you can't be taking things out of his cell, knowing his personal thoughts, and then leaking them to the media. Now, is it the feds that are doing this, the BOPs? I don't know who else could be leaking information like that, or is it the attorneys? I don't know. Somebody on the prosecution side is playing dirty. Yeah, they are. Let's see what else I put in my notes. They may also seek to disqualify the prosecution team. What? They wanted the whole team to be dismissed if found that these are improper acts. I go over my notes because I might not read all of it. What else? Evidence suppression. If the court finds a constitutional violations of any evidence derived from those violations may be suppressed. They want to get rid of all these things that you obtain illegally. And I think they're going to get that. Now they're saying, though, if you throw away all of that evidence, all the stuff that's been illegally obtained or stuff like that, they don't have any evidence except for Cassie. Now, I find this hard to believe because the Southern District of New York has a 98% conviction rate. They don't mess around. So maybe there's more stuff that they know that the defense doesn't know yet. So this case should not be dismissed. But as far as the illegal obtained information that they got from the cell, well, Perry, what do you think? Because I think,
look, that can go both ways. You can say who leaked it. Now, as far as the Cassie tape, it could possibly be the feds. The problem is, how the hell you gonna prove it?
Right.
You see, or as far as the so-called legal notes in his cell, they argued the point that it was an illegal bonder said legal on it. Then we found out it didn't have legal on it. And I don't know, I ain't never been to jail, never want to go. Right? But so when you in jail, I don't think you have all the rights everybody else have. Like, you can't come and don't touch my personal mattress. Do not go underneath it. So maybe it's possible that it's certain things they can look at. And when it said legal bonding, like a legal bonder or whatnot, I think they had to give it to a special department. What if they just set it up that way and his lawyers can have a copy of it, leak some of the stuff out and say, see, it was leaked by these people? I don't know. Now, maybe it can damage part of the case, or that information shouldn't be able to be used in court, maybe. But I don't think the case is going to get dismissed.
I don't think so either. It's saying also, though, but they're playing unfair and making this trial unfair. I got a lot of notes. If the inquiry reveals misconduct or constitutes violation, the court could order remedies such as suppressing the evidence. So they want this evidence thrown out, appointing a special master. A neutral party goes in and does Diddy cell checks. I don't know. Or even dismissing the charges. I don't see the jail putting a special team together to go in Diddy's cell. Now you're asking for something that the other people don't have, and you're in jail.
Right.
Okay, stop acting like you're outside of jail and being a diva and crying and asking for special privileges. That's how I look at it. What else did I write? The defense also highlights inconsistency in the government's explanation, suggestions that the prosecution's narrative lacks reliability and coherence. Child, they are messy. They want a special filter team. They're asking right now for a formal meeting, a formal meeting with the judge. I don't know what you call it, that, a case in a courtroom, and they wanted everything to dismiss. I don't know what the judge is going to say in response to it. I don't think the whole thing's going to be thrown out. Remedies. If the inquiry levels misconduct, okay, so they're still asking for things to be thrown out. So basically, that's what all of this is saying, and I broke it down in my notes. Will they get what they're asking for, Perry? Dismissal?
No. Look, is it the same judge that denied him home arrest, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't allow those certain things that happened at that time. Because really, just because he got some legal documents, who knows what the document said? But he didn't let them use it as far as him getting out on bond, right? He didn't allow it. There's no way they're going to let him just get away with it. I don't feel like he should have special privileges. Other prisoners don't. But I think he's innocent until proven guilty. So I think a lot of this is smokes and whistles. Like people just these attorneys throwing out a whole bunch of stuff. No way they're going to let him out. And
I don't know.
It's the case, because what could he have written down on that paper to do with all the stuff so-called that he's alleged to have done? So, but even that, we don't even know everything that he's alleged to be done, like money laundering, this, trafficking. How's those papers going to release you from all that, or the weapons? So I don't know.
I wanted to read these two comments. Angela says, I totally agree with you. Modern day lynching. A lot of people feel that they are not treating Diddy right. So if it's going to be fair, like it's got to be fair across the board. Yeah, and they are doing stuff to him that they don't do to other people, like releasing jailhouse tapes. There's no way you can say that that's right, no matter where they come from. If it's the feds, like he's saying, somebody in the jailhouse released them. He didn't have access to them tapes. So a lot of people feel like they're not treating Diddy fair. Also wanted to address this comment. Diddy better hit his high notes like Whitney Houston and sing. So we heard a couple weeks ago that they're going to offer him a plea deal for bail and maybe for the whole case. They're saying that they want different names. It's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot. That Cassie video is his problem. It's the biggest problem. But they have to use it in somebody else's case because Cassie took the deal. So legally, that's closed. Mm-hmm. So if you have another case, I don't know. So really, all of the Busby cases and stuff are questionable. At best is questionable. If you threw out all of those, you only have these early 90 cases that was like years and years ago with Aaron Hall and all that. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying those are harder to prove 30 years later.
Right.
But then they can bring in that Cassie video. But if all of these cases get dismissed, they can't just take him back for the Cassie video.
I mean, because nowhere I've seen that he's on trial for Cassie. It's like they squashed their issue because really, if you think about it, besides him being charged and in jail right now, that was off some kind of RICO stuff. Even if Cassie was to try to press charges now on him, it probably would be past the statute of limitations.
Well, she took the deal, yeah.
Because she was going to sue him, right? So
right. She did sue him.
Right. And once he paid her off and settled that, I think that's it. So people can say, oh, yeah, but he did it to her. They can use her. Maybe, I don't know. At this point, he squashed that and everybody else is seeking the money. you know.
So I wanted to address this comment. Anybody can get jailhouse calls. Look at Shirley Strawberry husband's jailhouse calls. Shirley Strawberry's calls from, what's his name, Ernesto, was an attorney that purchased them. So you have a right, because of the FOIA Act, to ask for the tapes. They're expensive, really expensive, but you can't do that. So maybe somebody did do that. I don't know. That was interesting. I want to hear. They used the video to show the violent behavior. Yeah, they're going to use it for that. All right, now let's go on to the modern day. What's going on today? Now they're saying that P. Diddy hired men to patrol the parties and recruit the young women. Okay, so this is not funny. It's not funny. So y'all heard the rumors that if you got invited to a Diddy party, you had to meet certain qualifications. You couldn't weigh over 140 pounds. That's how, and this is not to be mean or anything like that. I very seriously doubt that Jaguar Wright was in one of these parties. But now they're saying that he hired special people to go to the regular parties, the parties, outside the parties, to recruit these women to come to the free calls. And one of the people allegedly is Justin. I wholeheartedly believe no evidence has been presented right now, legal evidence, that Justin was Diddy's right-hand man. I hate to say that because that's his child and stuff like that, but I believe it. I truly, truly, truly believe it. But that's hearsay. I could believe stuff all day. And
you can believe something different once you evaluate the evidence.
Y'all, I see this weight limit. Y'all are too much. That's what they said. I didn't make that up. They said that he had a weight limit and you had to be, a certain look. Why not arrest and charge the others in the supposed tapes? Because maybe, like the other person brought up, it was a third party that got hold of these tapes and paid for it legally. And now this was supposed to be a closed case. Some of the stuff was supposed to be a closed case. But I think if anybody broke those rules, wouldn't they have done something by now, Perry?
Well, look, I'm starting to wonder what kind of tapes do they really have? We don't know. And we can speculate it's the FBI when they get this. If they got their shit in order, I guess we'll find out in May. But what would be the difference? And I think Denise is asking this. If this party had multiple men in it, right? Mm-hmm. And they all getting freaky. Mm-hmm. Even though Diddy put on the production, why aren't these other people
right
the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
If they was all tapping on each other's doors, you know what I mean?
Well, let me say this. Diddy does not have an iron. Maybe there's evidence we don't know, but on the stuff that we know so far, it's not a open and shut case. I don't think this will be a guarantee. We want Diddy to go to jail, but they got to do it the right way. And so there has to be more evidence that they have that we don't know about, which makes them a 98% conviction rate. They're not going to tell the public, but just on the rumors that we're hearing and the bits and pieces that we're seeing, we don't know right now. That's why I did a poll. Where my poll at? I said right now, if Diddy went to court, do you think he will be convicted? Hold on. 74 says yeah. I don't know. 8% says no. So y'all think right now they could win on what they got, even if they threw out the stuff they found in the cells, the phone calls. 18% said not enough information. Well, look.
Well, see,
y'all feel how y'all feel, and I hope you're right. Go ahead.
Because we speculating, and I know they got a 98% when they take it to trial.
Right.
He got these court dates coming up. It's not actually there yet. Right? Like anything can bounce up. I don't know, but we definitely need to see evidence. and then they saying a possible plea deal. Maybe sometimes they start asking for that and turn over people when they know that they ain't actually got enough and just want you to squeal. I'm not sure. I'm not an attorney, and I damn sure wasn't no convict.
V-Nex says they're waiting on discovery proceedings. Yeah. That will have then shaking and shaming in their boots. You're right. So we don't know all the evidence right now, but what we're going on and what they're saying in court. So anyway, we're gonna wait to see if the judge will grant a hearing. That's what it's called, a hearing to talk about these issues that they're having, and is the feds really leaking the information? So it'll be interesting to find that out. I think that's the latest update on the Diddy trial, and then the men that were hired to recruit. I'm laughing because somebody was saying Jaguar right doesn't fit the requirements.
I mean, maybe she fit the requirement to go out there for security, to go out there and recruit the girls. I mean, and she said that she went out there and recruited girls, but
yeah. Now, look, I respect everybody's opinion. This is early in the process. So if you think he should be in jail, I agree with that. I understand that. If you think there's not enough evidence, I agree with that. But someone's asked me, Sharrell, please tell the lie why you want Diddy in prison. This is unfair, but this is how I feel. I can't get that Cassie tape out of my mind. I can't. I just can't get it out of my mind. That's number one. Number two is I have no evidence, but I think he's responsible for Kim, Tupac, and Biggie. No, I don't have any evidence. It's just what I think in my heart. I think Diddy is a horrible man. I think he screwed up his kids. I think he was a bully. I think he was a bully. I just don't think he deserves to be around the rest of us. I think he will never change. I think if I go back in my mind, because I was real young in the 90s, and every time Tupac would say it was Diddy, I think it was messed up what he did to Shine. 10 years of your life?
Right.
10 years? It was wrong what he did to Shine. I just think he's a bad person from the bottom of my heart. And I think his mother ain't no better. I think they're street people. I feel that the moms was at the freak off. That kiss. I have 2 boys, 2 adult sons, and I stopped kissing them in the mouth probably when they were infants, like 6 months. I'm not going to kiss my grown ass son in the mouth like that. That's just me. Some people do. I just think he's a horrible person that's been getting away with shit for too long. But I have but I have to reserve that because I've been to court so many times, and my personal belief is court is made for the person that has the most money, who can go the longest.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always fair, and it doesn't always turn out the way you want it to turn out. I just want people to understand that, because the law is used for the person that has the most money. And, it just doesn't always turn out the way you think it's going to turn out. But that doesn't mean I want him out of jail and walking with the rest of us. I want justice for Kim Porter. No matter how I can get it, I want justice for Kim Porter.
Right, but
can
that's
you imagine?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if those things was proven, right? Like,
they're proven. Yeah, I know they're not proven. Yeah.
I know. I mean, you said you don't have evidence or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's say if you was on a jury, even though you can personally feel like this person, but you don't have evidence, if the prosecutors couldn't prove it, would you convict the person?
If they could prove it?
If they couldn't. If they didn't give you enough evidence that the person did all these things.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would have to accept it, but deep down inside, I want him behind bars.
I get it.
I have to be open. Sister Sip says, Sharrell, Shine is dirty too. I didn't know Shine was dirty. I just know about him being like a congressman in his country, and now he wants to run for a prime minister, which is the comparable to president. They all played the game. And I just need because I still have a funny feeling about Jennifer Lopez. Girl, you know more than what you're talking about. That's he didn't do nothing to Kim. You don't think he did anything to Kim? And you could be right. I don't know. But what did it for me with Kim Porter is the
coroner.
That's the name of it. Ed Winter was his name. Wanting to reopen the case. He was adamant about it. He was adamant. And then you just mysteriously get unalived.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to be wrong and willing to change my opinion. But until I do, this is just where I stand. And I'm being real unfair because I haven't seen the evidence, but I feel that he unalived Kim Porter. And if I'm wrong, I will come out and say that, because you don't want to put that on nobody that didn't do it. Right. But I can't shake this feeling. I just can't. People are saying that they're treating Diddy unfair. It's a modern day lynching. I do see what y'all talking about. Like, you go and you take the stuff out the man's cell and give it to the prosecutors, and then you leak the information to the public. That is unfair. So racist lynching are getting bolder and bolder. Think Robert Brooks, no charges and no arrests, but Diddy can't get bail when he came from NYC to turn himself in. That's true.
That's true.
He did turn himself in.
Yeah,
that's true. I wish I could shake how I feel, but I gotta slow me down. So when I'm telling y'all, slow down, let's not convict the man just yet, I'm telling myself that too. But right now, I just think he's bad. I do. But I need to slow down. The coroner should have done his job the first time around. Well, that's true. That's true. But I just opened this video up telling y'all I'm not perfect. And I have a lot of flaws, and I convict people real quick, but the whole Kim thing and the Tupac thing. And it's funny because at the time, Tupac kept saying, so this is, a lot of y'all wasn't around during this. He kept saying it was Diddy that did this to me. And I thought, I loved Tupac. I thought he was great. I thought, Diddy ain't did nothing to you. They called him Puffy back then. Puffy ain't did nothing to you. But now I changed my mind. Whether he did it or not, his name has been linked to too many unallowances.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. What
I get it. I mean, because part of me feel like not all this stuff is just made up on Diddy, but I haven't seen the evidence, so I'm just being transparent. And being minorities and stuff, I do feel like it's a witch hunt on one hand, and people are treated different. Minorities are treated different than others, because in the same state, one man was charged just as equal. He out on bail, but then I can take the argument that they saying that Diddy,
talk about the Amber Caronia Finch guy.
Yeah.
Okay,
mm-hmm. And then when they say, if Diddy was out, he could cause these problems. So I can see safety for the community too, but I don't even have all the facts to say if the things he's alleged of doing is actually true. So it's just weird.
Don says 2 things are true at the same time. It doesn't look good. It's not looking good, but we get to go to court. I have a feeling the judge is going to grant the hearing, and we get to hear more information. So anyway, that's my update for today. Thank y'all for listening. Perry, you got any last words?
Oh, no, I'm good. I just want to tell everybody, because I think I could have missed it at the beginning of the show. Happy New Year, everybody.
2025. We just getting started. We got a long way to go. Thank y'all for listening. We'll see you next time. Fuck this shit, people. We out. Bye.